Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a showcase on the GT Kid Goku and the Super Ss4 Vegeta. Now I'm sorry I'm a little late on this, I didn't have access to them Rainbow Link level 10 until now, but I do still really want to get a showcase in on them because, of course, they're like the best unit in the game, or at least tied to be the best unit in the game with the other headlining LR. And we did already do a 55% showcase on them, so if you want to check out that, I'll leave a link to it on the screen. But we will also be doing a Rainbow Link level 10 video on them later today, so stay tuned for that if you want to check that out. And yeah, before we get into it, just make sure you guys like and subscribe. Keep in mind there are timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around to the red zone test, or if you want to skip to the unit breakdown at the end of the video, absolutely feel free to do that. And I mean, yeah, let's just get right into it. So we're starting off with a really good rotation. We're gonna have double support right here. So in total, I think we have 108 defensive support. So you know, pretty good opening rotation. We're only gonna have 3 out of 7 links though. So that's not really the craziest because we are missing GT and Prepared for Battle, which both give us some defense, but still, nonetheless, 3 out of 7 links and double defensive support. So right here, we're at 360 start of turn defense. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's not like the best start of turn defensive stat, but that is pretty good considering we build up to damage reduction. And then, of course, we're stacking attack. We get a ton of defense on super. Now, I did go for their 12 key right there just because I want to get this in the video just to see how much damage it does. I mean, even though they do a bunch of additionals, so we would have probably gotten it in the video anyway, but a 5.4 million attack stat. All right, pretty good. And the animations on this guy. Oh my god, don't even get me started, dude. The animations are insane. In my personal opinion, I think the animations for the GT Goku and Vegeta are better than the Majin Buu Saga Goku and Vegeta. I know that a lot of you probably prefer the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, so the Majin Buu Saga Goku and Vegeta. You probably prefer them over the GT Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta, but I don't know. The animations are they're just too clean. Like, especially the standby skill. Yeah, it's clean. And this guy's OST is insane as well. Like, just all around. I mean, both of them, animations are crazy, but personally, I got a little bit of a bias towards this guy, just because I'm a big GT fan, as you can see by, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Goku being on my profile picture. So, yeah, of course, though, they're both really, really good animations. Definitely anniversary worthy. And Global, we only got like 6 months to wait, so start saving now, I guess, because, yeah, these guys are crazy. Their animations are crazy, their banners are crazy, all that. But here on this next rotation, we're going to have a little bit better of a rotation in terms of our links. Let me check really quick, because on that last rotation, we really didn't have that many links active. Yeah, okay, so we have him with the LR Vegeta and Trunks, so that's going to make us at 5 out of 7 links active. So, I mean, that's pretty good. And we do also still have 50% defensive support from this Gohan. And right here, we're at 329k start of turn defense. Literally 1 defense away from being at 330k. So basically 330k start of turn defense. And this is pretty good because you have to keep in mind, we have 10% damage reduction right here, but we can build up to 50%. And we get 50% defense on our 18 key super, and then 30% for every super attack following. And then, of course, we've got a bunch of built-in additionals. I think we can get up to, actually, I'm going to throw them in slot 1. Or, no, I'm going to do that with them, and then I'm going to get all these key spheres with him, and then, yeah, that's 24 key. Yeah, I think we have 2 additionals incoming right here, as long as we get to 24 key, which, of course, we just got. So, yeah, we got a pretty good rotation right here. Pretty good rotation. We're going to have an additional that has a 70% chance to become a super, and then we've got a guaranteed additional coming. So we're going to be stacking up a bunch of attack. We hit a 9.6 million attack stat. That's pretty good. Because we could have, technically we could have 4 more following if we get lucky with the hidden potential system. Or we could have 3 more following, 4 super attacks in total. And all are stacking attack. Oh my god, so this guy's attack is just it's gonna skyrocket. The standby skill, yeah, that's gonna hit like a nuke. That is going to do a lot. It's gonna do too much damage. It's gonna do way too much damage. That's gonna hit so hard. It's gonna be hard to use that and not just instantly kill the enemy. So, yeah, but overall, I mean, some pretty good opening rotations right there. Of course, the first rotation wasn't really crazy. I got a 12-key super with him, and we didn't really have that many links active, but still, now that we've built up the damage reduction, we've gotten some attack stacks in, I think we're going to start looking really crazy really quick. So we are almost about to receive the standby skill as well, I think. We have to receive 4 attacks, and we have to be on turn 4, which isn't really the most difficult condition. I mean, you'll get that majority of the time, unless you just get completely unlucky and the enemy is only attacking in one slot that this unit is not in. Majority of the time, you're going to have a very easy time getting it. And again, like I said, it's really useful. You transform into Vegeta, because I'm just going to call it a transformation because the standby skill is basically just a transformation. So you transform into Vegeta, and then you have a couple of turns. So I think you have 5 turns in total, where you are, you're Vegeta, and basically your defense, yeah, you don't have defense. You don't get any defense. It's really bad. In fact, it's like horrible. But it's okay because he has a revive. And then once you get the revive, then you do the Spirit Bomb. But while you're in the Vegeta state, he has like, I think he has like the most insane support. He gives like 8 ki to all allies, and then 80% attack. So he's a crazy support. But anyway, right here we are at 336k defense. Pretty good considering we have the 50% on our 18 key, which we did get. Actually, we're at 24 key. So we're going to have the 50% from that, which is going to put us at, almost 500k defense. And then we have a 70% chance to do another one after that, which will put us well over 600k. And then another one after that, which will put us well over 700k. But in reality, we'll probably be around 800k defense. And then, of course, if we get the hidden potential additional super, then we'll be we'll be pushing 1 million defense with 50% damage reduction. Yeah, this guy's pretty good. I would say this guy is pretty good. So, let's see what his attack stat is right here. Keep in mind we've gotten some stacks in, so regardless, we should hit a pretty crazy number. Okay, 8.71, so I think we lost a little bit of support. That's why it dropped, but still a really good attack stat considering we have potentially 3 more coming after this, which, okay, we killed, so we didn't get it, but look at that KO screen. Just take a minute to admire it. That's beautiful. The KO screens, too. That's another thing I completely forgot to mention. The KO screens on both of these units are crazy. They're top tier. Easily the best KO screens in the game. I don't even think that's just my opinion. I think it's fact. I mean, maybe Beast Gohan, you could argue, has a cool KO screen. Well, no, I mean, you can't argue it. He does have a cool KO screen. But it's just, it does not even come close to these guys' KO screen. It's just, they're on different levels. So, I think on this next rotation, we should get the standby skill. I don't know. I don't actually, have we even received an attack with this guy? I'm pretty sure we've just killed every time. Like, just killed the enemy. Okay. Well, that might be a little bit difficult then if we're just killing the enemy, because he just does too much damage. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll showcase this next rotation, and then we'll cut to when we can do the standby skill, and then of course after that we'll cut to probably the Metal Cooler Core Red Zone stage. See how well he can perform in there, just because he has type advantage, and then we'll go over the unit and call it a video. Actually, you know what? I'll nuke with him right here, just so I can nuke with him in the video. So yeah, right here we've got a pretty good rotation. We're going to have 4 out of 7 links active. We have the 40% support from the Goten and Gohan, and then the 58% support from the AGL Kid Gohan. But another thing I forgot to mention, this guy gets permanent 1 ki every time he does a super attack. Just infinitely. Yeah, just infinitely gets 1 ki every time he does a super. And considering you can get up to 4 supers on a rotation, yeah, this guy's good. This guy's pretty good. So 231k started for defense. Obviously, that's insane. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna nuke with him. I kind of jumped the gun on that. I think I'm gonna showcase this rotation right here, just see what he's looking like, and then in the Metal Cooler Core, we'll go ahead and nuke with him in there, just to see how much damage he can do there. But right here, we've gotten a bunch of attack stacks in, and we've got a really good rotation, a ton of support, 4 out of 7 links, and what are we looking at? Well, okay, of course he dodged it. And we didn't get the normal 3 million normal crit, though. Okay, so a lot just happened there. So he dodged the 11 million super attack, and then we didn't get the hidden potential, or not the hidden potential system. We didn't get the additional super attack that had the 70% chance to be a super, or we didn't get the additional normal to become a super, but it was still an additional normal, and it did 3 million damage. And then, of course, we got the guaranteed additional super attack after that. So still a ton of damage on that rotation, even though he dodged one of them, and one of them wasn't even a super, but... yeah, alright, well, let's go ahead and cut to when we can do the standby skill and see how that's looking. Alright, so we are here on a rotation where we've got the standby skill. We're on turn 11, so that's kind of late into the event, but we just absolutely destroyed Vegeta, so we didn't have a chance to get hit. So as long as you have him in an event where you could just throw him in slot 1 and not die, which considering he has the 50% damage reduction, that's going to be majority of the events in the game. And you just take a bunch of attacks, and you should be able to get this much sooner. But just in this case, we killed Vegeta so many times before we were even able to get attacked. So we struggled with it a little here, but anyway, let's go ahead and pop this. All right, so now starts the craziness. So, well, you know, in terms of defense, not really, because we're only at 236k starter in defense, and that's it. He does not have any built-in anything else for his defense. He loses the damage reduction, he loses all that. So, and actually, you know what? In terms of our super attack effect too, well, you can't see it right here, but we don't get any defense there either. So in terms of his defense, that is it. But you do have to keep in mind we have the revive, we have the support for 8 ki and 80% attack. So we're still doing a lot right here. So yeah, I guess I'll just throw him in slot 1. We'll die from the Vegeta, hopefully. Because this, yeah, surely the Vegeta will kill. We got type disadvantage. So we'll die from the Vegeta, and then we'll go ahead and showcase an absolute just nuke. 25k? No. Super me. Okay, I won't even do this. A 10.5 million attack stat, though. Alright. Well, I guess it's good we get to show this animation, but Vegeta needs to super me after this. Ooh, yeah, this animation is pretty clean. I like how they included everyone in the unit. You know, we got Goten, Trunks, Gohan. Okay, here we go. You gonna kill me? I feel like I'm just barely gonna live this. Here we go. Okay. A 23 million crit. I would say that's pretty good. Oh my god, that KO screen though. It's sad, but it's beautiful. Like it's just amazing. But okay, a 20. Yeah. That's what attack stacking does, man. You stack attack, and then your active skills are gonna hit pretty damn hard. That's just kind of how it works. So, all right, with that already shown, I guess let's go ahead and cut to when we are in the Metal Cooler Core Red Zone stage. Alright, so we are here fighting Metal Cooler Core, and right here we've got a pretty good turn. We're gonna have 6 out of 7 links active, and we have no support right here. In fact, I didn't bring any support units on the team, other than this guy, just because this event is pretty hard, and I did want to be able to survive. So I just brought a ton of STR units, but anyway, yeah, we've got a good rotation right here. I think I am going to pop this just so we can heal a little and we can get the Scouter. Oh, he's super attacking in the first slot. Okay. I think I am gonna... I'm gonna put him in slot 1. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to see how much damage he takes right here. I'm going to throw him in slot 1. We're going to see if we can tank it all. I think we're fine. I don't think we're dead here. I don't know, though. We are nuking as well. 20 key spheres. So we got pretty lucky. And right here, we're at 259k start of turn defense. Keep in mind, that's with no support. So, yeah, let's see if we can survive this. I'm pretty sure we're fully built up. So we do have the 50% damage reduction, but I don't know. I'm a little nervous. All right, how much are we taking? Oh. Oh. Okay. So if we're taking 200k before we super, that means we would easily take double digits after we super, right? Because we get the 50% on our 18 key, and then we get 30% on all the super attacks following that. So, yeah, we would easily take double digits from this guy's super. Wow, that is pretty impressive. I know, of course, we have type advantage, but you'd have to keep in mind this guy still hits very hard. His super attack is like 1.5 million damage, or probably a little bit more than that. So, for sure, really good that he was able to tank 200k even before he supered. And I'm not even sure if we were fully built up. I think we were. But, I mean, we were really close to being fully built up if we weren't fully built up. But still, really impressive. I mean, this is kind of what you should expect from anniversary units. Of course, you would expect them to be, like, just insanely OP. But, I mean, I'm still really impressed. I think for sure this guy just has a lot of value to him because he has the damage reduction, which is really useful. If there would be a reason why I think this guy is better than the other anniversary LR, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, it's because of the damage reduction. But it really just boils down to what's more important between this guy's damage reduction or the other units stacking. So, alright, well with that rotation already shown, let's go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. Alright, so here we have Miraculous Final Battle, Goku GT, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So starting off with their leader skill, it is Power of Wishes or Fate-Induced Battle, category Ki +3, HP attack and defense plus 170%, and then the additional 30% is to Final Trump Card or Shadow Dragon Saga. And then their 12 key super attack, they stack attack, and then raise defense for 1 turn, and then cause colossal damage to enemy. And then on their 18 key super attack, they greatly raise attack, infinitely, it's a stack, and then they get 50% defense for 1 turn, and then cause mega colossal damage to enemy. So really good super attack effects. They're stacking, of course, which is going to be extremely useful. They get defense for 1 turn, which still isn't as good as the other unit, the other anniversary LR, because they stack defense. But still getting the defense on super attack is nice. And, I mean, like I said, the stacking is going to be really useful. It's just going to make their standby skill hit really hard. And their passive is that they get 200% attack and defense. They get an additional attack and defense plus 50% when HP is 50% or more. And then they get an additional defense plus 100%, an additional Ki +1 per key sphere obtained as the first attacker in a turn, and then they get an additional attack plus 100%, and then 2 key per key sphere obtained as the second or third attacker in a turn. And then they have this mechanic that is similar to the other anniversary LR, where at 18 key, they get an additional that has a great chance of becoming a super, and then at 24 key, they get another guaranteed additional super. So really good there. It's going to make them just do a bunch of super attacks. And considering they're stacking, it's going to make them look really crazy. And then they get an additional 1 key, and then reduces damage received by 10% with each super attack performed up to 50%. And then the key just infinitely stacks, which is insane. So for sure, really good. This 50% damage reduction is really important. This is going to make it to where they will be able to tank at least somewhat good in slot 1. So for sure, that is really useful. And then the condition for their standby skill is that it can be activated when HP is 50% or less after receiving 4 or more attacks during battle, starting from the 4th turn from start of battle. So pretty easy. I mean, not really too difficult to get. The HP having to be below 50% might be a little tricky every now and then, but as long as you bring him in a difficult event, I think you'll probably be able to get this. Well, I don't know. The more I think about it, this guy is really good. And if you're running him in slot 2, you're probably not going to be taking that much damage. So you're going to have to take damage like with other units because this guy isn't going to take damage. And if he doesn't end up in a spot where he can take damage from the enemy, he's probably just going to kill anyway too. So this actually might be kind of difficult to get activated, but as long as you have some other units that'll take damage, you'll get this pretty consistently. And then his links are Saiyan Warrior Race, the Saiyan Lineage, Experienced Fighters, GT, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. And then his categories are Power of Wishes, Fate-Induced Battle, which is just Battle of Fate, Last Resort, which is just Final Trump card, Shadow Dragon Saga, Pure Sands, Joined Forces, Desperate Struggle, GT Heroes, Bond of Parent and Child, Connected Hope, and Power of Revival. So getting into when he transforms, or his standby skill, which basically is just a transformation. On his super attack, he greatly raises attack for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to enemy on his 12 key. And then for his 18 key, he greatly raises attack. And then, by the way, the greatly raising attack is only for 1 turn on both of these super attack effects. And then on his 18 key, he obviously gets that 50% attack for 1 turn. He causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and then raises super class allies by 40% for 1 turn. So pretty useful right there. His passive is that he gets 250% attack. He gets an additional defense plus 150% when HP is 50% or above. All allies key plus 8 and 80% attack. So pretty massive support right there. And then he revives with 100% HP recovered when the character or an ally gets KO'd. And then he gets an additional attack plus 39% when performing a finish attack. Of course, the finish attack just does a bunch of damage. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it with this guy. Let me know what you think about him down in the comments. If you're global, let me know, now that you've seen showcases on everyone, who you're thinking about summoning for first. And, yeah, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.